Top of the morning, KG.
And top of the morning to you, my broski, rise and shine. What are we saying, good sir?
How are you today, KG?
I am well and I'm green. I'm green in green, green and yellow, but I am green, I'm green, I'm green. How are you, good sir?
So, living the dream, KG. Living the dream. That is.
Yes! Yes! Yes, living the dream. And it's kind of quite beautiful, I think, is there's been a living the dream theme, on our TikTok. And we'll get to all these incredible things. I started making a few posts in the essence of living the dream, of having experiences that are incredible, and the energy was just like you get to live your dream.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the energy, and we'll get into all of those beautiful things. But tell us, good sir, yeah, share us about your outlook on life and give us updates about life in so much as you feel to share and connect.
No problem. But don't forget to like, subscribe, follow, all those good things. Can't forget to
Yes,
say that, KG. Um,
absolutely. Amen. Amen. Let's stay connected. Let's grow the community.
exactly. So, for me, life, well, I guess to reference an old episode, October has come, and I
October
finally
has
got a
come.
uh,
Amazing.
on Monday I start a new job, KG. Oh man,
Oh
what a
my
time!
gosh. Oh my God. For those who have listened, for those who have listened, amen. For those who have listened and come across this incredible journey, we'll give you this wrap up. High 30 seconds is that V living the dream, going on, changed, kind of walked a different career path. He then took a break, having all the fun, and then kind of decided that it's time to start entering a kind of more structured environment, and that process was taxing. That process was long. That process was bright green energy, and other times deep yellow. I wouldn't think there was a red, but let's call it orange. I don't know. But after the whole journey, after this whole entire journey, we got the most incredible news. He not, and I have to just say it, right? It's important to say that he's starting a new job on Monday, right? But this is flowers time. He's starting a new job on Monday, but it's not just a new job. He's actually in a job that matches his skill set, that matches his level, that matches the intellectual engagement, right? And
That I'm
the
looking for.
beauty in that statement is it's sometimes easy to just give up and quit and just end up doing something that's by the bar on the side. And sometimes maybe might be the journey. But this ability to stick it through, you will always get what is right and actually perfect for you. Congratulations, Big
Exactly.
Man Me. That was all your congratulations. That is for you.
Thank you, KG. No, I do appreciate that. As yeah, KG said, it has been a long journey. I think it's been seven months of actively looking, and I guess
Mm.
well, why I want to tell that why I specifically want to say 7 months is there are people that are looking for jobs and trying to find something, and you might be 3 months into it and thinking, yo, this is taking long. Well, yeah, my job process took 7 months to find the right position, what was right for me, and I guess maybe I'm a bit difficult or complicated in that case that I wanted something specific. I knew what I wanted, and like I didn't want anything that didn't fit the description of what I wanted, sort of thing.
Yes,
And
yes.
very fortunate that at least my parents understood that, and they were like, okay, we get you. And it was more a thing of keeping me positive to say, well, like
Mm.
all of these job processes have been unsuccessful for you, but someday somebody's going to be lucky enough to hire you, and you're going to make that's the sort of environment that I live in, the sort of environment
Amen.
I'm fortunate enough to be surrounded
Yes.
by. And the
Yes.
title, everything I've got is like exactly what
Literally.
I wanted. Exactly.
Exactly. And I'm gonna ask you a question, right? How many times did you almost feel like you were going to default to doing something that wasn't what you would have liked or wasn't didn't feel right for you, but you're gonna do it out of kind of the I don't yeah, I'm gonna call it the desperation of feeling like, damn, this is not working and I have to make something work. How many times did you kind of have that feeling and that thought?
So I think it usually happens after a time frame. So it's
Mm,
more that so I started in December, and then you sort of lock into this is what I want. Uh, like people call you and say, okay, we have these opportunities, and you're like, okay, well, let's hear it out. So for
yeah.
me, I work in that sort of yes, I know what I want, but I'm also open to hearing because maybe you and I had a conversation where you suggested there's this sort of role. And I was like, oh, okay, I actually never heard of that before. And after
Mm,
doing my research, I was like, that's actually really interesting. So let's
mm,
give it a go, and then we can sort of scratch it off the list if it's
yes.
something that
Uh,
doesn't fit the description. So say after December, maybe like after like three interviews that I didn't get selected, then you sort of like, oh, dude, maybe we just need to take what we can get, and then
mm,
we can figure it out from there. But I guess oddly enough, even the roles that didn't fit the description, I didn't get those either. And
mm,
maybe
mm,
we can call it God's plan. We can call it
mm,
like
mm. The
life's journey, life's
universe, the
plan.
life,
The
the
universe saying,
whatever
"Hey,
what it
relax."
means to
Like,
the different people, right? Mm.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, whatever it means to
Wow.
you, saying, yeah, wait for it. Like, don't be impatient, sort of thing. And as for those who don't know, like, I'm lucky where I'm in a position where, like, there's no one who was specifically relying on me or like needed me to like pay anything. Like, yeah, I'm fortunate in that respect. So
Mm,
I don't
mm,
think I needed to rush. And obviously, as KG said, you have a path, you have goals, and but maybe there is something in your life that makes you need to take that opportunity that doesn't fit the description, and then work from there. And then don't be afraid to do that. I think that that's as
mm,
important as that. As long as you have that ultimate goal of saying, this is the role I want, and this is how this position is going to get me there, sort of thing. I
mm,
think, yeah, never lose sight of where you want to go, just, yeah, for the sake of taking the job. But don't forget that you do have responsibilities and things that you need to do, and yeah, don't take those for granted, sort of thing.
wow. Thank you for sharing. And there's two kind of interesting spaces where I'd like to kind of go with this. Um, and the first kind of is just realizing that it's important to be vulnerable. And maybe I've kind of started in the second part of the conversation, but I think the one thing I'd like to say and share from this conversation is that firstly, the both of us come here to openly speak and share our hearts and connect with each other and connect with anyone who's listening, any
Mm.
single individual, and the beauty of V speaking about his story is just the open vulnerability in that we all, we're all going through different journeys in life and different tough things that may feel sensitive or vulnerable to speak about, right? But one of the key essences and the beauties of V speaking about, this journey of kind of looking for a job, because that's a vulnerable thing. It's like, okay, I'm not working right now, not working the way I'd like to be working, but I'm on a journey of looking for a job, and we've spoken about it freely throughout, right? But the key essence of that is the vulnerability and openness to the people that you care about, who care about you, because that is the only way in which you can actually have a free spirit that is 100% supported and encouraged to keep you going towards the thing and place that you have to be, open
Mm.
up vulnerably to the people around you, because that is the only way in which the people who love you can actually support you and keep you buoyed, because things are not always going to go well and
Mhm.
it's going to be tough, but that's the only way. If people actually know the tough thing that is on your heart, on your mind, on your shoulders. Mm, mm.
Perfectly said, KG. Yeah, I just want to say, yeah, to anyone who's going through the job interview process and look on just looking, still looking for a job. Yeah, we with you. We believe you. I think in our last episode we said, and go into that room, believe in yourself, believe in your capabilities, sort of thing, and don't let any no's make you think you are less than you are. You are as good
Just
as you.
keep going.
Yeah,
Just keep
keep
going.
going.
Just
Exactly.
keep going. Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
You've put in this work, you've gained this knowledge, you know your skills, you know what you bring to the table. Don't let
Mm,
any no's make you doubt that. And I hope for you as well that you will find that position, that you will find what you're looking for, and you'll get that offer
amen.
letter, and life will just be good for you. That's honestly what I hope.
Amen. 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 So I was at Wimbledon, but aside, we'll get to that story. But there's this beautiful quote that is in the center court sort of hall, and it says, um, to meet triumph, to meet triumph and disaster, and to meet both those imposters with the same. And it's just so crazy. It's that whole essence of in success and in extreme failure, it's to meet it at the same mind, heart, spirit, and soul. In that great success shouldn't change you, and seeming disaster shouldn't change you. You know what I mean? And it's not to say don't feel it, but you must be who you are, continue to remain steadfast in whatever the journey is and your goal is, because your value is always inherently there, whether people see it or don't. Mm,
Agreed,
mm,
1000%.
mm.
Yeah, yeah, that's enough. So,
Wow.
yes, we can move on to your Wimbledon adventure. So I'd love to know who you went to go and watch at Wimbledon. How was the atmosphere? Did you dress up? You seem like the guy who would wear the suit and the tie.
I
Yeah.
love it. I 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 love it. Because you gotta be known for who you are, and this is incredible. So, yeah, Wimbledon. So after 4 whole years, also I'd like to have a little hydration break. A little hydration break extra, just to say that it is absolutely scorching here, and other people in other countries and cities are sitting in hoodies. I'm just putting that out there. I don't know.
No,
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
no,
I'm
no, no,
just
no,
saying.
KG. Because literally before we started this episode, I said to KG, "Listen, let me move. The sun is killing me where I am. I need to go somewhere a bit cooler. So please chill out, KG. No, 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 no. Leave me out
Ah,
of this."
oh, players, no, amazing. Hydration break over. Amazing. Wimbledon. So after 4 years of living in London, always like, oh, Wimbledon, Wimbledon, Wimbledon. This year I was able to live the dream. It is
Come on.
incredible. Wimbledon is amazing. Wimbledon, I know it is the most stupendous time ever. And like, Wimbledon is just such a great. I had this funny analogy for any South Africans, and just wait for this. Wimbledon, all the staff that work at Wimbledon are the Woolies staff members of the sporting world. You go to genuinely, anywhere you go at any point in time, the people are asking you, "How are you? How's your day today? Are you having a great day? Is there anything I can help you with?" From stewards to security guards to everybody. And I was just like, this feels like when you're in Woolies and someone comes up with like with the basket. It's like, "Hey, I see you holding a lot of things there. Let's just put some stuff in the basket. I got you. I got you." And that was the first thing I thought of when they literally, it was amazing. And Wimbledon was hot, it's scorching, it's belting, and yeah, we had a quintessential experience. So my sister was over for the week, and so we're like, okay, what are the things that we're gonna be doing? And one of them was Wimbledon. So we had the quintessential queue experience. So once again, Wimbledon is such a great event because they sell tickets, but they also have a queuing system in which the general public can enter, right? And you queue, people queue from the night before type of a thing, right? And you kind of stand in a queue and you queue for like hours. It's zigzagging, but you come with your picnic blankets and you bring your snacks and your drinks and your lunch and your eats. And so it was incredible. And we're there, we're eating, we're snacking, we're picnicking, and eventually we get inside and it's like, Wimbledon. Incredible. It was amazing, amazing, amazing. Absolutely loved it. We're sitting on the hill, we're eating strawberries and cream. Go check out our TikTok, Top of the Morning, V and KG. You'll see the videos of me entering me with the strawberries and cream, living the dream. Yes, it was just, yeah. Oh, what an energy. What an
What
energy.
an engine. Well, who did you go watch?
So on the first day, we went to. On the first day, there wasn't actually sort of any big names, but it was a full first week of the tennis, so it was actually quite nice. Went to all the different courts, you know what I mean? We've seen the doubles, we've seen the singles, the gentlemen's, the ladies, the type of thing. Then on Friday, we went to go watch the two semifinals.
Oh, wow.
And it was the Djokovic versus Sinner, and then it was Arthur Ferry versus Zverev. And what was so incredible about it was Arthur Ferry was a wild card, right? And he's a British tennis player, and he went from qualifying all the way to these semi-finals, and it was the crowd was going crazy, the energy was electric, it was just incredible. So yeah, Wimbledon next year we gotta be center court. So this time we kind of got the grounds passes and we're in a couple of courts and then we're on the hill. But next year we will be center courted and fully kitted out. We're ready. We're
To
ready.
lock in.
We're
Okay,
ready.
fair, fair.
Yeah.
I was going to ask you about your sporting bucket list, KG. What's like?
Mm.
Do you have like maybe? Don't as a sports guy, I'm sure you're gonna have like 10 or 20 things. But you can give me three or to five like sports events that you like before I die. I'd love to see these sporting events.
The World Cup. The FIFA World. Oh, well, we've done that. Well, that's kind of funny. But as a grown-up, sorry, I said that came out with a lot of privilege because the World Cup was at home in South Africa. You know, this jersey. Shout out Bafana, you know what it is. But to travel as a grown adult to the World Cup, that is something that would feel absolutely incredible. And just to enjoy a week in the early stages where it's just all the teams, all the people, you're just vibing, you're flowing energy. So that is top tier. And now I'm gonna say one that's kind of really crazy because this has never been me, and V is gonna be like, what? This is crazy. Now it's never been on a bucket list, but I gotta take my partner to the Monaco Grand Prix.
Oh, wow.
We've got to, I know, look at him, look at him, look at him, look at him, look at him. We've got to be on a yacht looking over the Grand Prix, partying, having some fun, and looking. That is something I realized that I would love to get the privilege to do. Mm, mm,
Okay. Yeah. Any
yeah, so
any any others or the,
no, I think those are the things that come top of mind. Tell me, what or do you have any kind of sporting must do's?
okay?
And what do
Well,
you think about the Monaco?
since
Because I know that kind of, your mind went into like, shoo, into
maybe
like
we'll come
fireworks.
back to Monaco
Mm,
at the end. So I guess
mm,
as a goal for the first one is the Masters. I think you have to
mm.
one day watch the Masters. I think that's a must for any golfer.
Amen.
Um, I think second prize to the Masters would be the Ryder Cup.
Ooh,
Um,
that looks fun. Yes, the Ryder Cup feels like it's a more fun energy. It's like, oh, Europe, US,
yeah,
you know what I mean? Type of
yes,
thing. And
yeah.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah, that looks like fun, like
but
neutral fun.
go
Mm.
to Europe. Yes, exactly.
Yes.
Like, and then okay, I back you up, but for me, it would be a World Cup final. Like, I'd have to be
Mm.
a World Cup final, but also like not just any final. To me, I, I want a team I'm supporting to be in the final, sort of thing. I don't just want to go
Mm.
watch any random dead rubber. I want to
I
watch the
know.
team
It's
I'm
like I
supporting play
don't
in the
care
World
about
Cup.
those guys.
I don't
I
care.
hear you. I
Okay,
hear you.
and then the the last one on my list would be the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, and now we
Ooh.
can we can talk about so
Ooh, tell us. I
oh,
know. V's kind of like, oh yeah,
controversial
you want?
topic,
Tell. Oh,
controversial
I'm
one,
listening. Mm.
but and I hate talking about it, but the 2021 Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, we were actually
Oh,
supposed to be there.
2021. So I've just started getting into Formula One. Oh, 2021. Everyone's like,
Everyone
oh, 2020. That's all people say. They don't say anything else. They just say
just
2021. And then everyone's like, whoa,
2021.
tens, 2021. Yeah, uh-huh.
No, but also obviously when Max, I don't say beat Lewis,
That's literally what
beat Lewis.
everybody says. Everyone doesn't want to
I don't.
say it.
Because I still haven't watched that episode. So Drive to Survive is the Netflix thing for
Hmm.
I still haven't watched that episode to this day. I refuse to watch that episode.
Crazy.
Like,
And tell us, why do you refuse? Why do you refuse? What are the morals and principles that are saying V, you will not engage her? Let's hear, let's hear. Let's be controversial, V. Let's hear it. This is a little bit of controversy for
that's
top of
not
the morning.
that's not necessarily like principles and values or anything like that. It's just the heartbreak I experienced in that moment. Like I put champagne in the fridge. Like I was gonna drink when Lewis
V
won
doesn't
champion of
drink.
the
Let's put it out there.
place.
V doesn't drink.
I was going
What?
to celebrate it, and then just this moment, so we got together as like a family, like cousins came to all watch. Just the shock in the moment of like, guys, like, what's just happened? Like, I actually cannot believe it, and I refuse to rewatch that situation and put myself back in that headspace. Nah, just principally, no thanks.
That is that is crazy, V. That is wow.
I
That
refuse.
is hectic. I'm so ready to get to that episode. Because, my partner,
Yeah.
she is a Chinese Hamilton fan. And she's everything. She's just like, so she also says 2021 and she gets all serious. She gets serious about the injustice. The biggest injustice that has happened in the world of sports
Well,
was 2021. No more further words shall be said. It says 2021.
2021. But I guess now to get back to your Monaco thing, and then for me, Abu Dhabi, last year's race was also close, but I think Lewis and Max were like equal on points going to last. Like it was like this race decides who wins the championship sort of thing. It wasn't like if you
Mm.
finish fourth, if you finish fifth,
Yes, I
then
hear
this
you.
person needs
You
to finish
already
fifth.
kind of in the
There's literally just that, and I guess Monaco would be an incredible race to watch. But I think Monaco is to me the equivalent of Wimbledon in tennis and the Masters in golf. In terms of, it's just that picturesque. It's not necessarily
mm.
the best. Maybe
Yes,
maybe it
yeah.
is the best.
I
Like maybe
hear
I don't
you.
know. I'm not
Mm.
gonna not giving my
Yeah,
opinion
yeah,
on the
yeah,
best
yeah,
majors
yeah,
in
yeah.
tennis and golf.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, but it's just it has that atmosphere that surrounding the
Yes.
thing about it when you talk about the Monaco Grand Prix, it's like creme de la
Literally,
creme
creme de la creme, yeah, absolutely. I hear you, bro. And I think for me, just kind of getting into Formula One and connecting to it, because my partner, she's dialed in. But it's kind of like, it'll be a beautiful experience for all of its atmosphere. Because I also agree that I don't know
yeah.
if it's the one where you're like, yo, we're gonna go watch racing today. But all in, it just feels like, wow, what a weekend experience we're gonna have. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
All the
exactly.
energy, the this, the that, the crazy things happening. People are just, everything is happening. You know what I mean? And it's just a wild, crazy weekend. And there's some Formula One. You know what I mean?
Formula One.
Mm.
exactly,
mm, mm,
exactly.
mm.
And I guess to to tie it back to everything we do in this podcast, we like to tie it back to a lesser principles to say like, yes, got the job, and that's we like, but don't forget that there is a third thing in life that needs to happen. So I was watching. I'm not sure if it was a podcast episode or what was happening, but there's work, home, and then there's like a third space that we find ourselves in, and that's your place
Mm.
to relax. And for a long time, for people, that was going out and drinking and clubbing. That's dropping. Like the numbers of
It's
people that are
dropping.
doing that,
It's dropping. It's dropping.
dropping, dropping, and
Basically let go. We've basically let go, which is like a crazy thing to have even imagined to say. But yes, yeah, you were saying.
yes. So now it's what is that third space? And I guess for me, how I would frame it, it's experience. I don't know if that third space is going to be like one thing. It's going to be like
Exactly.
going
100%.
and doing this one thing. It's going to be like, okay, we're going to work, we're going to do our work, we're going to take care of our business at home, and then maybe 3 times a year we're going to just do something. Like we're going to say
Yes.
Monaco Grand Prix, whatever it costs. Let's go. Let's just lock into this thing and
Amen.
go and enjoy it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I agree with you because even me, it was, when I was talking about Monaco, it's not even like about partying anymore because we've done the partying. I don't know which type of parties we've never seen, right? But it's more
Yeah,
about now it's time to like do experiences that are like wow. That is like a one of one experience, and that's
exactly.
what a Monaco type of energy is, right? Everything
Exactly.
that's happening around you is an experience of like, wow, that's a crazy thing. And I 100% wholeheartedly agree with you in that our third fulfillment is now becoming connected energy of experiences and things that you do that fill your cup in a way that we've never done with anything else. Yeah.
1,000%. I think
Mm.
it's a good thing because it's case I don't drink, so maybe I'm happy with that. But it also just feels like that thing that in like 30 years time, when if you want to have kids, you have kids, and you talk to them about this time I went to France with my two mates to watch the Rugby World Cup, and we just had the time of our lives, sort of thing. And
The
that's
absolute time of our lives. It was incredible. Like even right now, we still speak about it. Like, yo, we're there with V, we're jumping off yachts, we're jumping off boats, Marseille. It was amazing. Amazing,
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 amazing.
amazing,
And then
amazing.
I guess can you one more question, or so it's if you could something we had dinner last night, and it's just something else to the table. One artist, like one musician that you could see, like cost doesn't matter. They if you saw this person is performing in London on Saturday night, who would that artist be for you? They have to be alive. So yeah, like someone
Yes,
who's
fair.
performing now, you can't say like
Yes,
yeah.
yeah, 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 yeah. Honestly, I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it. It's Kanye West. I've seen everything all. I've done everything. Kanye West is who I have to see, and they're canceling all of his shows left, right, and center, and all of that I hear. But genuinely, if there's one other person, one artist outstanding for me to go and sing along to, it's Kanye West. Genuinely, that is the honest, open truth. Yeah. Who do you think? What do you think? Well, who is the one artist that right now, if it was like they or they're in Joburg, you're able to do it in all means and capacities. Who is that artist?
Oh, this I think it might surprise you. David. You already know,
Ooh.
but let me turn the camera and make sure. Hi there. If you're watching this, Adele
Oh my
is from South
gosh.
Africa. I'd lock into that without a doubt in my mind. Front row seats, I'd lock into that.
Oh my gosh, yes, exactly. Okay, so if we do this again, we're gonna make this a slip. Say it again, and we're gonna try and get people. We're gonna get the South African community to get behind this. Let's go again. Go again, V. One more time.
Dear Adele, if you're watching this, please may you come to South Africa. We would love to see you.
Adele, we would love to see you in South Africa. Let's make this a trending hashtag. Let's go.
100%. Yeah. So there were a few options. So how the conversation started was, I don't know if you've been to watch the movie Michael, but it was just
No.
a conversation. You should go watch it. Just
Okay. Oh, Michael, as in
FYI.
Michael Jackson movie.
Yes, the Michael
Oh,
Jackson
okay,
movie.
amazing. Yes, it is. It's on the radar. It's on the radar.
Okay.
Heard,
I
registered.
would recommend going to watch it. And essentially what we're saying is who else, like what other artists are on that level? Like, if you watch the movie, you'll get what I mean when I just say on that level. It's not just about
Mm,
like Thriller's the most sold album when it's just like if you watch the atmosphere, the vibe around this guy, who else is on that level? And I've had conversations to say, so someone suggested the Beatles were
mm,
they were before Michael, but they were equally as big.
mm.
Beyonce,
Yeah.
I said Justin Bieber, Taylor Swift. I said Adele. I think Adele is my
And
like
that is such a, you 100%. She is that level. She
yeah.
is that level. She sits with all of those guys, 100%. Because of all of those guys, they all sit on that level. Yeah, 100%. Adele, come
And
to South Africa. Or
come
go
to
to South
South Africa.
Africa, but you
Then
know what I mean.
you know what I mean? Yeah, and I guess, KG, to you, I'm going to put that question to you. Who do you, like, in your mind, and it doesn't necessarily, you say Kanye West concert you want to go to, but is there an artist that sits on that level to you? Could be like a Drake, could be, who, if I had this conversation with you, who do you think sits at the table with Michael Jackson? That's just Michael
Yo.
Jackson. Who sits at the table with Michael Jackson? So we've got other sports we can say, like in sports, Michael Jordan, like Tiger Woods, like these guys, Michael Schumacher, Lewis Hamilton. But in music, who sits at the table with Michael Jackson? And to our viewers, I put the same question to you.
Mm. I honestly have to say, and it's left field because it's not like issue is, oh, she's been here a couple of times, which I suppose, but I haven't gone. But out of the level of intense artistry, sits at the table with Michael Jackson is Beyonce. I think
Yeah,
Beyonce is like the she is from performances to discography to engagement and enjoyment with the music.
yeah.
It's Beyonce. Beyonce is it. Incredible. Yeah.
Definitely the most popular answer, KG. And
Yeah,
we're
yeah.
gonna clip that too and say, Beyonce, if you're watching this, please also come to South Africa.
There we go. Oh,
Fantastic.
okay, amazing. This one is about entertainment. We are South Africa. We are getting you. We're gonna make this. We're gonna send this to News 24. Be like, hey, News 24. Adele is coming to South Africa. Beyonce is coming to
Please
South
can they come
Africa.
to South Africa? We want to
Amen.
create experiences for South Africa. You don't need to go to London to watch. You don't need to go again.
Exactly.
They'll be right here in the background. You just have to be
Exactly.
able to.
Amen.
Yeah,
Let's
like,
do it.
but
Let's do
KG,
it.
lovely,
Wow.
lovely, lovely episode. Thank you. I've enjoyed this. Top of the morning, KG.
And the rest of the afternoon to you, good sir.
Just.